Yeah, Berkeley wants a piece of this, so got a face full of camera. And we're gonna cover 1920. That says it should be 1927 baseball season. And oof, whole whack of stuff happening. Started before the season, January 27th. Cobb of the Tigers and Tris Speaker of the Indians are forced to resign from each club's management spot by Kennesaw Mountain Landis after both were accused of fixing a game between the two teams, being Detroit and Cleveland. January 31st, Speaker joins the Washington Senators, while February 8th, Cobb joins the Philadelphia Athletics. On April 12th, on April 12th, U.S. President Calvin Coolidge throws out the first ball as Washington loses 6-2 to Boston. Also, Lloyd Wayner debuts in left field with the Pittsburgh Pirates, while his younger brother Paul is in right field. Pittsburgh won 2-1 over Cincinnati. And we're gonna have a string of players with new teams in their old cities. We start May 10th. Cobb plays in Detroit for the first time in an A's uniform, and the A's win 6-3. May 11th, Rogers Hornsby plays in St. Louis for the first time as a member of the New York Giants, and the Giants win 10-4. And May 14th, Tris Speaker plays in Cleveland for the first time in it says here A's uniform. I don't know how I ended up in Philadelphia after joining Washington, but anyways, okay, he plays in Cleveland in the A's uniform, and doesn't say he plays in Cleveland for the first time, so it doesn't say what the score was because it wasn't listed. May 16th, Cobb hits a home run in St. Louis. Significant because he's the first player to hit a home run before he's 20 years old and hits a home run after he's 40. There's a couple of his many 4,192 hits 4,191 hits he had, or 4,189, depends on. Apparently, statisticians counted one game twice. Anyways, now we get to the end of May. On the 30th and 31st, there's back-to-back unassisted triple plays. Jimmy Cooney gets the 6th one in a Chicago loss to Pittsburgh. And the 7th one, Detroit's Johnny Noon in a 1-0 win over 1-0. Detroit won 1-0. Johnny Noon is in the 7th unassisted triple play. Okay, July 4th, Yankees slaughter Washington in a doubleheader, 12-1 and 21-1. And Joe Judge says they're not. It says something. They're not one to beat you, but they'll rip your heart out. They'll not only beat you, but they'll tear your heart out. That's what Joe Judge said after that. They'll not only beat you, but they'll rip your heart out. Which led most of the Yankees lineup as Murderers Row. The top 6 were on that Murderers Row. Batting first was Ernie Loomis. Batting second was Mark Koenig. Batting third was Babe Ruth. Batting fourth was Lou Gehrig. Batting fifth was Bob Musial, and Tony Lazzari was batting sixth. They were the heart of the murderer's row. And the pitchers were basically on guard with everything. It's like there was no easy out in that lineup. July 9th, Johnny Noon. Speaking of Johnny Noon, he steals 5 bases in a 14-4 win over the Yankees. And 4 days later, he steals home in both games of a doubleheader, beating Washington 7-3 and 13-9. First game he steals home, and then the second game he does it again. Yeah. Oh, but we're not done yet. September 30th, George Herman Babe Ruth hits home run number 60. 60. Yes, I say 60. He's the first batter to hit 60 home runs. Hits it off of Tom Zachary of Washington. And the Yankees won 4-2. And on October 2nd, Harry Heilman of Detroit, no, was it Detroit? He goes 7 for 9 in a doubleheader on the final day of the season. Apparently, had he got one more hit, he would have finished the season over 400. But he ended up finishing the season at 398. And we'll get to those stats later. By November 28th, Billy Evans resigns as an AL umpire and becomes the business manager of the Cleveland Indians. He's the first GM in Major League history. Well, let's get to these season stats before we get to the standings. Harry Heilman of Detroit, as I mentioned, finished the season atop of the American League and the majors with aforementioned 398 average. Babe Ruth led the majors with, as I said, 60 home runs. And teammate Lou Gehrig led the majors with 175 RBIs. Pitching, Wade Hoyt of the Yankees. We're on this Yankee train. 22 wins. Willie Moore of the Yankees led the majors with a 220-80 earned run average. And Lefty Grove of Philadelphia. Somebody not in the Yankees. 174 strikeouts. National League. Paul Wainer of Pittsburgh led the National League with a 380 average. Hack Wilson of the Cubs and Cy Williams of Philadelphia tied for the National League lead with 30 home runs. Yeah, not even close to 60. RBIs. Paul Wainer, 131 of them. Now we're in the pitching again. Charlie Root led the majors with 26 wins for the Cubs. Ray Kramer of Pittsburgh with a 2.47 ERA. And Dazzy Vance of Brooklyn led the majors with 184 strikeouts. And now we get to do the season standings. Okay, American League. New York Yankees, 110 wins and 44 losses. Yeah, that's over a 700 winning percentage. Beat the Philadelphia Athletics by 19 games. Yeah, Philadelphia went 91-63, which would have been good enough, but it was the Yankees. Third, Washington, 85-69, 25 back. Detroit finished fourth, 82-71, 27.5 back. White Sox, 70-83, 39.5 back. Cleveland, 66-87, 43.5 back. St. Louis, 59-94. Yes, those Browns lost again. 50.5 back. And the Boston Red Sox, 51-103, 59 back. Oof. National League. Pittsburgh. Second time in 3 seasons they finished first. Second time in 3 seasons they play in the World Series. They went 94-60. Cardinals, 92-61, 1.5 games back. And the Giants went 92-62, 2 back. Ooh, that had to have been a good race. Because the American League was just like, yeah, over in early September. Fourth, Chicago went 85-68, 8.5 back. Cincinnati went 75-78, 18.5 back. Brooklyn 65-88, 28.5 back. Boston Braves 60-94, 34 back. And the lowly Philadelphia Phillies at 51-103, 43 back. Yeah, the Athletics, who finished second, they got one more. They got to go through next season, and then it's their turn to win the World Series, but not until after next season. Anyways, game one. Yeah, New York and Pittsburgh for the World Series. Yankee home games were at Yankee Stadium, and Pittsburgh home games were at Forbes Field, and Yankees make quick work of this series. Although two games were pretty close. Game 1, October 5th in Pittsburgh. Yankees 5, Pirates 4. Game 2, October 6th in Pittsburgh. Yankees 6, Pittsburgh 2. Game 3, October 7th in New York. Yankees 8, Pittsburgh 1. And Game 4, October 8th in Yankee Stadium. Yankees 4, Pirates 3. Yeah, that was a easy World Series for the Murderers Row and even their pitching staff. Tomorrow, 1928. And yeah, the Yankees slaughter everybody again tomorrow. Yeah. So until tomorrow, stay tuned.